Singapore on high alert. 10 individuals were captured in a dawn raid arrest in Singapore. All of them were believed to be Chinese citizens. Assets worth more than $2 billion were seized. The dark times for Singapore. Did you know that Singapore, one of the richest countries in the world, has recently been the stage for a staggering case of money laundering? This isn't just about wealthy individuals enjoying the high life in Asia's thriving economic hub. Singapore's reputation as a global financial center is under scrutiny. Why? Let's dive in. Singapore might be small, but its influence on the global economy is mighty. Billionaires flock here, not just for the luxury lifestyle, but for their famous business-friendly environment. However, this openness has a dark side. It's provided the perfect cover for white-collar criminals to launder billions of dollars. Chinese people origin from China sees this as opportunities. Singapore will be the perfect target for them. Why? Because their Mandarin language is also widely spoken in Singapore. In fact, majority of Singaporean citizens are Chinese. This makes the process to enter the country from China become simpler. You don't have to know English. Just Mandarin is enough to enter Singapore. China's people can always hire a translator should they need to fill in any government form required for them to establish an office in Singapore. With all the money that these Chinese people have, it would be easy for them. Singapore's simplified processes were meant to drive business. Instead, they drove a significant money laundering operation right through the heart of its economy. Singapore is just like Dubai, Hong Kong, and Switzerland. They become a magnet for the richest to come, pouring their monies into the countries with the aspiration for economy growth. And yes, indeed, Singapore economy is the strongest economy in Southeast Asia. The richest need to open a family office in Singapore in order for them to do business there. Plus, there will be minimal tax imposed on them. So, the richest people would always prefer this. No tax equals to more money. But the minimal requirement to enter Singapore has an after effect. No tax equals to more money. But the minimal requirement to enter Singapore has an after effect. A recent dawn raid by Singaporean authorities has captured 10 individuals, all of them believed to be originated from China. Assets worth more than $2 billion were seized. Multiple assets were confiscated according to CNBC. Among them are 152 properties, 62 cars, abundant of jewelries, and a lot of gold bars. To put this into perspective, this is 3 times the size of the infamous 1MDB case in Malaysia. A case if occurred in Malaysia would potentially overthrow their government. These events have thrown the spotlight on how Singapore manages and monitor international money flows. With $1.5 trillion flowing into Singapore in 2022, the stakes couldn't be higher. To make it worse, most of them are from China. The trade wars did impact the wealthiest to pull out their money from China. Singapore ranks 3rd, just behind Switzerland and Hong Kong, in terms of assets parked for the world wealthiest. So, why don't they target other countries apart from Singapore? Well, you may not know this, but gambling is not a norm in Asia. In fact, gambling is not allowed in China. In contrast, Singapore sees gambling as part of the economy. This strategy has earned it the title of Asia's Las Vegas, attracting not just legitimate businessmen, but also those with money to hide. But is this the end of the line for money laundering in Singapore, or just the tip of the iceberg? With Singapore being a leading financial market in Southeast Asia, the impact of this scandal is profound to the nation. The upcoming election adds another layer of uncertainty. Will the current leadership manage to navigate through this storm? Or will a new line of dynasty emerge, taking opportunities with promises of a better world, and be more prudent and transparent to society? What is more crucial than this is how will it affect Singapore's relationship with China? Will there be any impact to Singapore Corruption Perception Index? What are your thoughts on Singapore's money laundering scandal? Like, share, and comment below. I eagerly want to know the end story of this unprecedented event in Singapore. Your insights could shine a light on how such a wealthy nation can safeguard its financial integrity for the future. Remember, transparency and vigilance are crucial in the world of finance. Only through joint efforts can we hope to combat the plague of money laundering. Better late than never, Singapore has did a good job in surfing out this issue. I am confident that Singaporean will succeed in navigating this turmoil. Integrity is part of their blood, which symbolized Singapore into what is it today. I have made a special video to explain on this, where I delve on how Singapore laid out their strategies to transform into a rich and developed nation as what we know today. Do check that out. Don't let this incident drive your perception away from Singapore. Until next time, stay curious and keep questioning the world around us. Singapore is such a fascinating country. This $1 billion money laundering case will be a testament on how the Singaporean act to counter it, to be more vigilant and proactive, to never let it happen again. I hope you got a ton of values from this video. Consider subscribing and check out my top videos, and I'll see you there.